Huge marquee game of college football week 3 is Mississippi, Alabama, and we're going to analyze the spread right now with college specialist Jeff from BMOCmoves.com. Now, Jeff, the spread on this game is Alabama minus 6.5 or 7, and we're used to seeing some wacky Alabama spreads, like they'll be on the road against another ranked SEC team. They'll be like an 18.5-point favorite. We'll be like, damn, that's getting a lot of respect. Here they're at home against Mississippi in a revenge game, and the spread's very modest, right? 6.5 or 7, it just feels like a modest spread to me for Alabama, especially in a home game. My sense on this game, when I first analyzed it, I was thinking that we might see some conservative play, relatively conservative play from both ends, and I was kind of leaning towards the under when it was 51.5. Then it got suddenly bet significantly up. Now it's 53.5 or 54. The Greek, though, is still holding at 53, so that's a lean to the under, a clear lean to the under by the Greek, and I think that at 53.5 or 54, I actually did bet it at under 54. That would be my pick on this game, under 54. The spread I'm still scratching my head on just because it's just weird to see Alabama with this modest of a spread. Again, it's a revenge game, so if ever they're going to want to make a statement win and run up the score, it would be in this game. What's your take on this game, Jeff?
Yeah, I will mention it quickly on the spread. It's a tough line for sure. I mean, how many times have we seen Alabama as a 7-8 point favorite and they just get that late touchdown and win by 10 plus? But
right.
You know, this team, I mean, there's not a lot to go on. I mean, they did play Tennessee, Martin, and Fresno, so there's not a lot of. They should hammer those teams. You, me, and your producer could beat those teams. So it's kind of hard to really. It's different going from then into Alabama, and Alabama's in revenge. Peter, this is the shortest Alabama's been a home favorite versus Ole Miss since 2000. So this is a low number for this series. I mean, they don't really lose to Ole Miss very often in Tuscaloosa, so you have to think they're going to win. It's just those 6.5 points that are sitting there, which makes it difficult, obviously. Ole Miss, I have to think they're not going to get 5 turnovers like they did in the first 2 weeks against Alabama. And this is the first road game for the Rebels. I'm going to stay away from the side. I think it's tough, but I agree with you. I think the under's the play here. I kind of had this one at like 27-17, 24-17. 7 of 10 in the series in Alabama have gone under. I think you're going to see long, drawn-out possessions, a lot of field goals, a lot of wanting to establish the run. And these are 2 really good defensive football teams. I think you might call me crazy because you say Ole Miss is the leading in the country in scoring, but it's a far cry from Tennessee Martin. I agree with you, Peter. Let's go with the under to this week in this one.
Let's go. I already bet it, so I don't even have to tell you. I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, I was a little surprised to see the move that happened, but, considering it's an over with an Alabama game, might have been a public move, and we'll see where this closes. Would not at all be surprised if this one dips down and closes at like 49 even or something like that. But as of right now, I'm sorry?
Go ahead. No, I was just going to point out that's what happened if you remember in that Wisconsin game.
Yes.
That one opened, I think 53, and I know I got it at 53, and
yes.
It was lucky, but I think you're right.
Yep, the number matters. All right. Jeff from BMOCmoves.com and myself in agreement that under 54 in Mississippi, Alabama, that's a currently available number, has some value. Tell us about your website, Jeff.
Yeah, over at BMOCmoves.com, stands for the big man on campus. That's what they call me. I'm a college specialist. I love college football and college basketball, all sorts of reference points. You can visit my site. You get all sorts of lines, and you can buy picks and my records, and you can even check out my daily podcast every day. It's a really good show. I built it up.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for joining us, Jeff.